Hernando Moano is backing Ilia Topuria to do what no one else has done in years, beat Islam Makhachev, after Ilia's brother Alex recently reignited talks of his move to welterweight to hunt down Islam. The conversation picked up steam again, and Moano, who's been inside the cage with Makhachev, believes Elador has what it takes not just to beat him, but to knock him out. A showdown between Islam and Ilia feels like a real possibility in the near future, whether it goes down at 155 or 170. All signs are pointing to this fight eventually happening. Topuria has already conquered featherweight and made it clear he's gunning for legacy. Not just title defenses and Islam. He's been looking for super fights himself, so when Ilia's brother Alex spoke up about their camp, eyeing Makhachev at welterweight, it wasn't just noise if Ilia beats up Charles Oliveira and Islam captures the welterweight strap. The UFC would have no reason not to book it. It's the kind of clash that sells. Itself the undefeated knockout artist against the most dominant grappler in the game stylistically. It's via Ilia's sharp calculated striking versus Islam's pressure-heavy wrestling. And as Moano pointed out, Ilia isn't just dangerous on the feet. He's got the ground game to...
I would like to watch Islam and Topuria, and I think right now, I think Ilia Topuria would beat Islam Makhachev.
Wow.
I think so.
You think he'd knock him out like he did in 145?
Man, we know it's very hard to knock Volkanovski out. You know how good Volkanovski show up on his last performance against a very dangerous guy. You know, Volkanovski, he looked on his prime again. He did the 5 rounds, man. And Max Holloway just went to the lightweight division on the beginning of the last year, knocked one of the most dangerous guys on the division, and then got back to 45 and got knocked out by Topuria. So that shows Topuria is, I think he's the real deal. I think with his grappling and like the way he moves his head and his boxing, I think he would impose a lot of trouble to Islam Makhachev. But now it's just speculation. We're not gonna see that fight anytime soon. So.
With the assurance of a real champion, Jack Della Maddalena broke down a possible confrontation with Islam Makhachev without holding back. Although JDM recognized Islam's overall supremacy, he made the audacious claim that Belal Muhammad is actually more dangerous on foot. Despite this, Jack continues to view Islam as a more complete version of Baal, with superior grappling skills, greater control, and a higher battle IQ. When the battle is decided, Jack isn't backing down and is absolutely certain that he will defeat Makhachev. This matchup is intriguing from a stylistic perspective. JDM provides strong takedown defense and elegant boxing precision hitting. He is not a guy who can simply walk through Islam. Rather, he thrives on flawless timing, suffocating control and pressure, particularly when he drags opponents into deep waters. If Islam were to step up and defeat someone like Jack, the possibilities would be blockbuster level. An exciting bout with Shavkat Rakhmonov, one of the welterweight's most formidable threats, or a bout with Belal Muhammad would tell a tale of friendship and legacy turned rivalry. Then there's the explosive possibility of Islam versus Ian Garry. If Kamaru Usman is still involved, a legacy fight between new school flair and old school domination might be the greatest clash ever.
I mean, it's just, I think Islam Makhachev is a better version of Belal. I think his striking on the feet is, I even think it's easier, the striking on the feet, I think it's easier than Belal because he'll stay in one stance, he's more traditional style. But yeah, he's the pound for pound #1, so it's a tough fight. But I guess we'll watch all these fights again, make a solid game plan, and then just start working at it. From pretty much now, I'm going to start working on ways to beat him, different ways to get back to my feet, stuff in the takedown. But I'm pretty confident I can get this one done.
You've got some great athletes and performers in your corner. So Volkanovski's obviously fought him before.
Yep.
Will you pick Volk's brain?
Yeah, 100%. I definitely plan. After the last 2 fights, I've spent a bit of time in Wollongong. So yeah, I think probably the first stop, we go to Wollongong, talk to Volk, see what he reckons.
The MMA world has been in a frenzy ever since Ilia Topuria's brother Alex disclosed that Ilia intends to pursue Islam Makhachev at welterweight. Will the UFC actually book this, especially if Ilia defeats Charles and Islam defeats Jack Della? The flames have been fueled even more by Islam. When asked if he would be interested in fighting Ilia at 170, Makhachev said, "I'm open to it, but only after I clear out the welterweight division." That may sound like your average champ response, but the real question is what happens after JDM, and the answer is staying at 170. That's right, this isn't Islam dismissing Ilia. Rather, It's Islam accepting the challenge and implying that he wants to stay at welterweight, not just for a one-time opportunity to become a double champion, but also to clean house, which is big news.
You know, everybody, like a lot of people ask me to fight Ilia. What do you think? You know, not makes sense. I fought with Ilia for what? Not belt, nothing, you know. Money, I have money, I don't need money. And, but I'm not saying no. If I vision, if people want, if Dana want, why not? I can do this, easy.
There is no better time than now. With his team publicly targeting Islam, it feels more like a mission than a call-out. And if he defeats Jack Della, Islam will enter rare air. Ilia's ascension has been explosive, unbeaten, confident, and pursuing legacy. He's not just asking for great bouts, he's planning them. When both men advance to high-stakes bouts, the tension increases because Ilia wants to achieve greatness. That victory over the welterweight king, after already dominating at lightweight, opens the door to new rivalries, whether they are with El Matador Shavkat or even Bal in the future. Islam seeks to establish his supremacy in two areas. The UFC must now turn the page as the drama unfolds naturally. The Irishman is certain that the welterweight class has never been more fascinating and that he is prepared to take center stage in this new period, which is teeming with young, hungry talent, fighters like Shavkat Rakhmonov. He promises to demolish Islam Makhachev and the other welterweights. Della Matina, Jack. A new generation of murderers under 30 who are keen to leave their mark is represented by Garry and Michael Morales. Garry sees himself as the future welterweight champion and is willing to take on anyone who stands in his way. Becoming champion means defeating the best contenders the division has to offer one after another, and his hunger and confidence highlight his belief that the welterweight division's best days are just getting started, and he plans to be at the forefront of it all. These guys are not just talented, they bring unrelenting energy, ambition, and skill, making the division more competitive than ever. When I become the champion, I will be destroying everyone who is the next challenger and the best person in MMA. Therefore, I plan to fight all.